Hey guys, what's up? It's Jan, and this is part 1 of my G-Sync experience blog. So this is experience blog number 1. So I did my unboxing, I've done my installation. Now let's talk about some of my comments on the initial use of G-Sync. I'm going to be trying G-Sync for a couple more weeks. I'll be flipping back between different monitors, different settings, and we'll come to a verdict of, is G-Sync worth it? Is the DIY kit worth it? And whatnot. So this was the box I got from NVIDIA. It's a generic G-Sync box. I believe I don't think they're going to have some sort of random packaging to go along with it. It was packaged nicely. It came in soft cell foam, and it was just a generally pleasing whatever experience until I opened it up and saw exactly what the DIY kit was. So the unboxing, like I said, okay, no problems. It came in one piece. It came well padded. It came with anti-static stuff. When I saw what the G-Sync DIY kit was, it was its own PCB. So when you are using it for the VG248QE monitor from ASUS, the DIY kit is complete PCB replacement. You are replacing the PCB that ASUS gives you. That includes your outputs, inputs and outputs, so your audio and your visual. So they get rid of, you have HDMI, DVI-D, and DisplayPort, and you have audio in and out on the main PCB, and then you have your power unit here. So that does all your power conversion. The PCB that NVIDIA gives you for G-Sync, it comes with a G-Sync module, but the power is done separately. You get a power brick to go along with it, so you can't have integrated power. And for my case, where I go to school, have several monitors, another power brick is another inconvenience because you need to have it somewhere. It heats up, and you're gonna have it somewhere, and I just don't like that idea. And lose some of the ASUS features that it's a TN panel. It is inherently bad at color quality. ASUS tries to improve it using Splendid Display and the gaming display, but you lose that. NVIDIA has their own standard. You're getting rid of what ASUS is trying to do there, and you lose output. So there's no more speakers. The speakers are still inside the monitor, but you have no way to get to them. You lose DVI and HDMI, and some people I have it just random trolling in the installation video that's saying that DisplayPort is better than HDMI and DVI. Well, I agree with that. DisplayPort is a better standard. The monitor instantly, when I turn it on, instantly goes to the display. But HDMI and DVI are still needed. DVI is used for legacy purposes, and HDMI is great if I'm going to use things like Chromecast. Chromecast works with the speakers, and I like that a lot. I connect it to my computer, and then my computer goes to my home theater setup. So when I'm using my phone to check out music while I'm doing something around in the house, it's nice to have that I'm able to use Chromecast with that. Unfortunately, I can't use it anymore, so I'm gonna have to switch back to this, or else my investment in Chromecast is going to kind of be in vain there. DVI is just a nice output. I only have one display and I have a DisplayPort monitor behind me. This is my HP L2201X. I keep messing that up. DisplayPort monitor, and I can't just use DisplayPort. I could connect to onboard video, but my onboard video crashes for whatever reason. It must be 8.1 drivers or whatnot, and I'm not satisfied with that. I need to have I'd prefer the Dual-Link DVI at 144 Hertz. Now, with that said, that little part in the beginning was a rant about the DIY kit. The experience with G-Sync, if I were to isolate that in its own little way, I say that the experience is actually very pleasing. I have two 1440p monitors. One of them is right here, my Chiba Shimian, and then my my QNX QX2710 monitor, and they're both 1440p. There's a PLS, IPS panel, very nice color quality. I'm actually torn between using which one for gaming, because the experience on the 144 Hertz panel with G-Sync is very pleasing. Everything is a bit more fluid. I've experienced, this is gonna be weird, but League of Legends tears, especially when there's lots of minions on the screen. For whatever reason, a game ends up doing that, tearing. But V-Sync, I've used V-Sync with that. But now that I'm able to eliminate the stuttering, eliminate the tearing, and have higher frame rates, it looks a lot more fluid. It looks a lot nicer. I'm playing games like Crysis 3, where you could sometimes notice stuttering and tearing unless you have vertical sync on. You know now can eliminate the bottleneck, not the bottleneck, but the limit of 60 FPS to eliminate that part and the input lag you get in some parts, and have higher frame rates. Higher frame rates with no stuttering is very pleasing. Once you get to higher frame rates, you're going to experience stuttering because there's more frames, there's a higher chance for something to split there or tear, and it's just not pleasing. But G-Sync actually looks nice. Now, when I do shadow play to record on my G-Sync monitor and then playing back the video on the PLS, I'm like, wow, why am I playing on this TN panel? Because it looks so nicer. That's why I'm at torn. The experience is really nice, but when you're playing and you're making the visuals look better, it's like, do you want the visuals to make your gameplay better, or do you want the visuals so that you're satisfied you're on a PC and it looks a lot better? Now, that's something I'm still going to try to figure out. I'm going to keep flipping back between the different monitors. We're going to see what I feel like when I'm just playing on the PLS panel for a bit. When playing at 144 Hertz without G-Sync on, without vertical sync on, and then have vertical sync on, and then have G-Sync on. See how that experience is, and we're going to just play it out for a bit. Eventually, in the end, I'm going to switch back to the stock PCB of the VG248QE, and it's going to be a bit tricky because one of the steps for the monitor is to remove a standoff. You're actually going to rip off a standoff for the PCB, so I might just have it hang. I think it'll be safe. I might be able to super glue the standoff back in, but we'll have to see. It's a bit of a concern. So back to the rant on the G-Sync DIY kit. Should you get the G-Sync DIY kit? Personally, I think not. You're losing your investment in the extra display inputs, your speakers, which are horrible, but you could plug in your own headphones. You could plug in consoles, and it's very nice for students because students are gamers and they fail at school. That's another story. They'll might have a console or a Blu-ray player or something, connect it to their monitor because they don't want to bring a different TV with them to school, and just play your PC and play your console, your DVD or Blu-ray games on there, or Blu-ray movies, or not, and still have a pleasing experience, seamless experience, have one monitor for all of that. I would have loved it for Chromecast. Chromecast is an awesome innovation by Google. I have my desk, I have my bed, and then my desk is all the way over there. I can just use my phone to control everything. I would have liked to do that without having to replace G-Sync, because G-Sync is a very pleasing experience. But that's just that. It's a bit of a trade-off. We're going to see what we could get if we get some PLS or IPS G-Sync monitors. That'd be excellent. So guys, stay subscribed. This is part 1. We're going to see part 2 coming up very soon. That's when we start doing the tests on my experience, but switching back to them and see if I can see much of a difference. Because clearly I can, because when I watch my videos back, you can see it. So that's it. It was a bit of a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any suggestions on what I should do for testing, please post that down in the comments. I'll also put my link to my little review on Linus Tech Tips. That's where once again, thanks to Linus for his giveaway of the G-Sync module, and NVIDIA for sending it over in a timely manner. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys out later.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jan from ID. Thanks for watching this video. If you're interested in watching more of our videos, we do have that JCCJ Cat link down there. So you can subscribe to our channel, check out our previous videos, and just stay up to date with us by subscribing, like I said a couple seconds ago. There's also over on this side a like and dislike button and the subscribe button there also. So just hit the buttons that you think you should press. And that's pretty much it. I'm Jan from ID. That comment section there is for you to post your suggestions, comments, concerns, criticisms, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. Anyway guys, I'm Jan from ID. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys out later.